100. Thursday night, 10 p.m, tungsten time once again. It is the Online Darts Live League brought to you via Sporty Stuff TV. I'm Chris Murphy, talking you through this evening's action as the last 3 spots at finals night tomorrow are up for grabs. Before we get into tonight's games, let's take a look at who has already made it through to finals night tomorrow. In Group A, at the start of the week, Matty Dennant made it through, topping the Group A table, ahead of Chris Gilliland and Colin Osborne. You'll see both of those players in tonight. Robert Thornton dropped into Group C with Rob Collins and Lisa Ashton. Now, Group C was played over the last couple of days. It finished this afternoon, and there was a thrilling finale in the race to join Dennant at finals night. In the Group C table, Jim McEwen came out on top because he won all 5 of his matches this afternoon, including a winner-takes-all clash against the World Seniors champion Robert Thornton. If Thornton would have won that clash, he would have gone through instead of Jim McEwen. But Lisa Ashton beat Rob Collins in the penultimate match, and she managed to get through as well. So the 4-time Women's World Champion joins Jim McEwen and Matt Dennant in finals night. Robert Thornton bows out with Kurt Parry, Rob Collins and Jamie Durrant. So to Group B then, the last 3 places up for grabs, and Chris Gilliland is as safe as houses. Colin Osborne looking good as well. It looks like it's going to be a battle for that final place between Lee Evans, Josh Richardson and Jamie Kelling. Kelling is struggling with a shoulder injury, and it would be a bit of a surprise if he was to make it. So we're looking at really Richardson and Evans to join Osborne and Gilliland, but it's all on the night, of course, and we will see what happens. Here are the fixtures. It's going to start with Evans against Richardson, and as I said, that could be the most crucial match of the night, coming up right at the beginning of the night. Everybody plays each other once more, ending with a meeting between Evans and Chris Gilliland, who's looking to go unbeaten in Group B. So let's get the action underway here at the Live League. It's Thursday night. It's the last 3 spots up for grabs
6 more
in Group B, and the opener is Lee Evans, the 33-year-old former winner on the Challenge Tour, against Josh Richardson, battling it out for top 3 places. Richardson best known for his wins at the JDC and BDO World Youth Championship. Only managed to get 1 win last night. That was against Jamie Kelling. He did hit 10 180s more than anybody, and 6 of them came in that win against Kelling. Really good stuff from Richardson.
Okay, first thing, it's Lee to throw first. Game on.
But Lee Evans got the better of him crucially when they played in the last match of last night. And he's looking to open his 180 account straight away.
180.
A good start from Evans. Firing in a max immediately. It was his finishing that was so impressive
93.
yesterday. 5 maximums. Apologies, 5 big finishers for Lee Evans. 5 ton-topping finishes. It's 5 perfect darts here.
125.
Then he finds a 5 to end the run. Yeah, 5 ton-plus checkouts. 3 of them in consecutive legs in his victory
26.
over Jamie Kelling. A 125, a 142 and a big fish 170. All in a row. So we expect in this
80.
match to pit the power scoring of Lee Evans.
55. Lee require 116.
Sorry, the power scoring of Josh Richardson based on last night against the big finishing of Lee Evans. Now, he's not going to take out this finish, but he has produced a power scoring in this opening leg.
134. Lee requires 78.
You will see him in between shots take his time to get his hands nicely grippy. Just cake them in chalk between throws, Lee Evans.
Game's on the first
And
leg.
he's got a grip
Lee Evans.
on the tie already. A 78 checkout to take the opening leg of the evening. Evans off the mark.
Second leg, it's Josh to throw first.
We will be with you until around 1 a.m. It was a little bit later than that last night. We had a few 4-3 games, but we will bring you all 10 matches as Group B plays to a finish. We're with you on Sporty Stuff TV
60.
and again tomorrow for finals night, which, as I mentioned, features Matty Dennant, the scholar, the 4-time world women's champion Lisa Ashton.
57.
And Jim McEwen, who put on that 5-star display today to qualify at the expense
60.
of the World Seniors champion Robert Thornton after winning in a winner-takes-all grandstand finish to the afternoon's action. As I mentioned, Richardson got his only win against Jamie Kelling, and he needed 6 180s to help him there. Some of the finishing from Josh Richardson left a little to be desired,
60.
and he'll want to improve on that this evening. 9 darts missed at double in his defeat to Evans at the end of the night.
180.
He opens his account of 180s.
$100. Josh require 140.
6 in that match, 4 others in the evening.
$81. $100. Josh requires 66.
So can he settle down here? Well, that's not going to settle him down. 14 for the bullseye. Gets a treble for a dart at double 11.
44.
Wonder if he was almost deciding whether to aim at the treble or just to hit the fat 14. He is going to come back, and I do now wonder if he'll think about splitting this. He was pretty close with that dart.
81. Joshua required 22.
And he's straight at it.
Game's
Straight
on
in
the
it.
second leg. Josh Richardson.
And Josh Richardson levels up at 1 leg apiece. A hold apiece in this opening tie of the evening. But make no mistake, this could be crucial come the end
Lee to throw first.
of the night's
Game
action.
on.
It's certainly looking like Chris Gilliland and Colin Osborne are going to secure places at finals night. We don't know. Any outcome is possible. That's why they play the games. But this pair seems to be battling it out for the third and final place. A
140.
win, especially for Lee Evans, leaves Richardson with a bit of a mountain to climb. If Richardson can win this match and he pulls level on 4 points with Evans, and it's certainly game on, and they're both breathing down the neck of Osborne as well then.
$140. $57.
He did produce the only ton-topping average of the evening 24 hours ago. Lee Evans, 100.2.
54.
In that victory over Kelling. We had 30 180s from this group last night, and as mentioned, Josh Richardson
43. Joshua
hit a third of them.
167.
Didn't get a big ton plus checkout though, and that's not going to happen here, but he has time on his side.
43. $57. Joshua require 124.
Treble 18. And now the bull.
89. Lee require 136.
Still will hope for a chance to break here. Evans needing to take out the 136, and he's not going to do that. So
100. Joshua require 35.
has the opportunity to cash in here. Double 16. Double 8.
27.
Shake of the head from Josh.
Lee require 36.
Missing 3 darts to break in this leg. So
27.
they go unpunished.
Joshua require 8.
Well, he's now missed 6 darts to break in this leg.
Lee require 9. Game show
Lee
the
Evans
third leg.
finally
Evans.
hangs on to his throw. Josh Richardson made to pay there. Half a dozen darts missed to break the throw. He will feel like he should be in complete control of this contest. But Evans has the advantage and a 2-1 lead.
$77. $44. $100. $140.
Coming up after this, it is top against bottom in the second tie of the evening, as Chris Gilliland looks to carry on his winning streak at the Live League.
24.
With a victory over Jamie Kelling, struggling with a shoulder injury.
96.
And then Josh Richardson will return as Colin Osborne enters the evening's action. The Wizard sitting pretty in second spot in the league table right now.
140.
Always there or thereabouts on Live League weeks, Colin Osborne.
60. Joshua require 160.
So 1 point in it, but it is a point that makes an awful lot of difference in terms of these checkouts.
77. Lee require 161. $93. Joshua require 83.
He's left himself slightly better placed than Richardson here, who may only get a dart at the bullseye. Doesn't even get that. Misses the big number. He was aiming for the 16 there. Denies himself
41.
an opportunity to win the leg.
Lee requires 68.
And Evans has done the same thing.
Yeah.
Very generously.
36. Joshua require 42.
A gift for Richardson, whose mistake goes unpunished this time. Can't afford any more mistakes.
Aim
No
shot on the
mistake at
full
all
leg.
from Josh
Josh
Richardson,
Richardson.
who squares up this opening encounter at 2 apiece, but both players looking a little tense in this tungsten tussle.
Fifth leg, it's
And
lead
you can
to throw
understand
first.
why.
Game on.
Could be a hugely significant result for their ambitions of qualifying for finals night.
134.
Seems like they're battling it out for third place. Josh Richardson, in particular, having lost to Lee Evans yesterday, will really be feeling that this is a must-win
96.
match right at the start of the session.
$60. 58. 180.
But it's 3 180s now from Evans, seemingly coming from nowhere.
180. Lee Rock 127.
Richardson responds in kind with his second. Double 8 now.
111. Joshua Coyle 100.
Where has this super surge come from? Evans at it. Can Richardson rally? Oh, he was close.
139.
Treble 19 that would have given him a dart at the ball.
He requires 60.
Much better leg of darts this between the pair of them, both on a double after a dozen darts thrown. Lee Evans has the first opportunity to hit it, having already missed one, of course, in the previous visit for the 127. Double 4.
Aims on the fifth leg.
Evans ahead
Lee
again.
Evans.
It's been a bit of a battle, this one, but it's all on throw so far, and that means that Lee Evans keeps the advantage and leads after 5 legs.
Sixth leg, it's Josh to throw first. $140.
The good news for Richardson is in the last couple of visits, he seems to have tightened up around that treble 20 bed. If he can keep that repetition going, then he'll give himself opportunities.
131. 48. 100. 131.
Nice easy story to tell in the league table in Group B. Every player has beat every player in the positions below them. So Chris Gilliland
140.
in first has beaten Colin Osborne and everybody that he's beaten, including Lee Evans in third, who's beaten Josh Richardson, and Jamie Kelling, who's the only man that Josh Richardson beat last night. Can he find a way past that into the treble? Stepping to the right. Excellent dart. Brilliant from Lee Evans. Richardson turns away. He can't believe he's found it from there. Can he find the ball?
105. Joshua required 52.
Flashed past the button. Now Richardson must hit. He must hit double 16. He must hit double 8. He has hit double 8. Josh Richardson forces a last leg decider in this crucial contest at the start of tonight's action. 3-3. Evans has the darts. Every single leg has gone with the throw, but not without drama, not without opportunities for the other player. It's all on this. And what a big leg this could be so early in the evening.
57.
I would say it's more must-win for this man
45.
than it is for Lee Evans. Having already got the victory against Richardson yesterday. It's recoverable for him. I'm not sure.
60.
How Richardson will fare from here on in. Based on what we saw last night, you'd expect him to beat Jamie Kelling, suffering with that shoulder injury, but
60.
it will be a very difficult task to see off either Colin Osborne or Chris Gilliland, and he might need to beat both.
180.
We're now up to 6 maxes in the game, 4 of them from Evans.
140.
I just saw him feel his back as he got back up there. Hope that that's only a slight passing twinge for Lee Evans.
100.
Yeah, there you see. Feeling it again. Just bent down to get his darts. And just maybe have hampered himself here. That's not the twist we were expecting. But maybe,
100.
just maybe,
Lee require
going to
104.
affect him and help his opponent. 104 though, a more than makeable outshot for a man who fired in 5 ton-topping checkouts last night. Well, he
88.
leaves himself on
Josh
double
require
8.
156.
Richardson may have to produce a whopper. And now we'll have to hope. And that is not where you want to be.
56. Lee requires 16. Game
And
shot
Evans
on the match.
gets the job done.
Lee Evans
Delivers a dart into double 8 and wins what could prove to be the most important match of the night when all's said and done in the first of the 10 matches we will be bringing you this evening. He beats Josh Richardson for the second successive time and moves himself further ahead onto 6 points, tied with Colin Osborne in second place. Richardson will have a lot of work to do if he is going to breach the top 3 and get himself into finals night contention. We'll be back in a couple of minutes' time with a top against bottom clash as Chris Gilliland takes on Jamie Kelling. back. On we go then to the second match of this evening's entertainment, and it is a battle between the boy at the basement of the Group B table and the player at the peak. Chris Gilliland, the man topping the table, takes on the struggling Jamie Kelling. Gilliland yet to lose a match, Kelling yet to win one. The man from Andover, who's struggling with a shoulder injury, takes on the boy from Ballyclare, the 38-year-old Ginger Ninja. Who has been in fine fettle this week at the Live League.
Okay, first leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
It would take something of a mathematical miracle for him not to qualify, but a victory here over Jamie Kelling would assure Gilliland of a spot at finals night.
81. 45.
On a 4-match winning streak after those 4 victories yesterday, including a
60.
A win against Kelling towards the end of the evening when he whitewashed the 32-year-old.
60.
It was actually the poorest performance we've seen from Gilliland all week in terms of the average, and he came out with a 4-0 win.
95.
He doesn't need bad luck at the moment.
120.
Holding up the table. Jamie Kelling, maybe that's where he got the injury from.
95.
The weight of all the other players on top of him. No, he did himself on social media
100.
point out that he is struggling with a shoulder injury, but he's going to battle through it. Hopefully he can relax, knowing there's not really any pressure on him tonight, and give a decent account of himself.
22. Pressure require 112.
Well, look for silver linings, Jamie. You've left a finish. Gilliland trying to hunt down the treble 8 team with one of his first 2 darts. Wasn't able to, so you've still got the chance.
96.
Kelling performer killing.
54. 84. Christian requires 16.
Double 8 then for Gilliland to take the first leg.
Game shown the first leg.
Take the first step
Gilliland
towards winning his first match this evening. He's won every match so far in this group, and he's looking to carry on in similar style
Second leg
tonight.
is Jamie to throw first. Game on. 50. 95.
Just going to bring you a little bit of news from around the darting world, breaking away from the Live League action for a moment, because the PDC European Tour started today, and Krzysztof Kachuk caused the big upset, the biggest of the opening day at the International Darts Open in Reset,
100.
by knocking out the former world champion and the European champion Rob Cross earlier on at the Sashan Arena.
100.
Kachuk defeating Cross to set up a second round tie against a ferret Johnny Clayton. There was also a win for Richie Edhouse against Ryan Searle that was perhaps something of surprise. And young German Nico Kurtz beat Gabriel Clemens 6-3.
41.
It was a 6-0 win for Simon Whitlock in there over Dragutin Horvat. And Jeff Smith, the Canadian, enjoyed a 6-4 victory over
96.
Danny Van Tripe. Mervyn King also with a win 6-3 over Janis Vedso. A little bit of needle in his match.
85. Christopher Coyle 100.
Yeah, that continues tomorrow. We'll be tuning in myself in the afternoon. It finished tonight just before we came on air, so you should be able to catch all of that and all of this tomorrow. Of course,
51.
no afternoon session on finals day. I will be here guiding you through the action from 10 p.m. live here on Sporty Stuff TV with Matty Dennon, Jim McEwen,
60.
Lisa Ashton, and in all likelihood, this man, Chris Gilliland, who will be there if he wins this match, and he's halfway there already.
Gilliland.
A two-leg lead, a breaker throw, and a Northern Irishman is once again proving to be a dominant force in Group B.
Chris to throw first. Game on. $60. 80.
'What a thrilling finale we had this
100.
afternoon. Robert Thornton and Jim McEwen playing a winner-takes-all match at the end of the day after Lisa Ashton had booked her place at finals. Mike
100.
McEwen won that. Thornton seemed to fall to pieces uncharacteristically when it came to the crunch. So we won't see the World Seniors champion in finals night tomorrow, or indeed
43.
at Champions Week next week. And if you are considering tuning in throughout the course of next week, let me remind you
60.
which players have already qualified for Champions Week. Josh Payne, Chaz Barstow, Andy Jenkins, Mike Gillett, Scott Baker, Thibaut Tricot, Robert Owen, Danny Pilgrim, and Mike Warburton.
180.
The 9 players that are already there. 3 will join them from finals night tomorrow.
42.
Chris Gilliland
Which require 180.
becoming a hot favourite to do so. His first 180 leaves 118. That leaves tops.
78.
Never far away, is he? Chris Gilliland, very tight millimetres.
95. Chris require 40.
The margins of the misses. Showcase there.
Games on the
guided
third leg.
in. And
Chris
almost
Gilliland.
home. Chris Gilliland leads 3-0 now in this match. Jamie Kelling not at the races once again. And Gilliland able to run riot.
Fourth leg, it's Jamie to throw first. $54.
By no means producing a spectacular display here, Gilliland. The kind of which we know he's capable.
180.
The second max does move his average up to 90. And that is about par for the course
100.
for him. A 140 is begging to be hit the way that first start was planted.
140.
Expertly executed by the Ginger Ninja.
61.
Well, it could be a spectacular leg to finish. He'll go back upstairs now. Absolutely superb from Chris Gilliland, who's turned on the style as he approaches the checkered flag.
58. Chris Recoin 36.
And he seals his spot at finals night with a sublime 10-dart leg. Absolutely glorious from Gilliland. A 4-0 whitewash win in the end. That last leg lifted his average to more than 95. Clinical from Chris on the doubles. Jamie Kelling didn't get a single dart at one in that match. So Gilliland joins Lisa Ashton, Jim McEwen and Matty Denon at finals night. 2 places left up for grabs. Colin Osborne in pole position to get one of them, and he will take on Josh Richardson, who's still harbouring hopes himself. That's coming next. welcome back. We've
6 more each.
just confirmed that Chris Gilliland has booked his place at finals night tomorrow thanks to that 4-0 thrashing of Jamie Kelling, who's struggling at the bottom of the Group B table. Gilliland could be joined by Colin Osborne if the Wizard can win against Josh Richardson in the upcoming match. Richardson must win to keep his faint hopes alive, or hope for a real capitulation from Lee Evans, who takes on Jamie Kelling next. Wins for both Osborne and Evans would see them both go through, and the field,
Okay, first leg
the
is Josh to
finals
throw
night,
first.
would be completed
Game on.
in record time. With 6 games still to play in Group B. Of course,
100.
who finishes in what position does have some bearing on who's in what group at finals night tomorrow. In finals night, they have 2 groups of 3. They play a round
95.
robin and semi-finals, third place playoff, and the final. And in that third place playoff, the winner goes through to Champions
81.
Week along with the 2 finalists. That finals night will take place live on Sporty Stuff TV tomorrow at 10 p.m.
96.
Do join me, Chris Murphy, for that. And I will be with you all next week talking through Champions Week.
41.
With a £6,000 first prize on offer for whoever wins
60.
the first phase of action in 2022. So far this evening, Lee Evans has stepped closer to finals night with a 4-3 win over this man, Josh Richardson. And then Chris Gilliland glided past Jamie Kelling with a whitewash victory.
125. Joshua 146.
Well, when Osborne and Richardson met last night, the Wizard won
58.
4-1. He averaged
125.
99 in the process. Looking at the bull with his first start here, or the 25. Gets the bull, now the 25. Or is he thinking treble 17? What do you fancy, Colin? It is treble 17. Probably thought it was
85.
difficult to hit a second bullseye if he did hit the 25 there. I can see the sense in that shot. Needs a treble here. Richardson can't find one.
48.
So Osborne will return
require 40.
for double top to take the first leg against the darts as well, crucially. Yeah, in it goes. He's very good on that target, Colin Osborne. And he takes the lead with a break of throw. He needs 3 more legs to book his place at finals night tomorrow.
Second leg, it's Colin to throw first. Game on. $140. 60.
I'm sure many of you watching big darts fans are well aware of the pedigree of Colin Osborne over the years. But for those new to watching
60.
the Arrows action here on Sporty Stuff TV, I will remind you of the winning ways of the Wizard of years gone by.
97.
Championship League, his greatest achievement, won that in 2009, beating the record-breaking, history-making 16 times world
58.
champion Phil Taylor in the final. He also won 4 Players' Championship events between 2008 and
83.
2011, and a UK Open qualifier back in 08 as well. Beat Dennis Ovens in the final of that.
137.
A win against Gary Anderson in one of his Pro Tour wins. A win against
86.
Carlos Rodriguez, the Spaniard, in another. Also a victory against Michael van Gerwen. But guess who he won his other event against? Double 16 here.
74.
Yeah, his last PDC title in 2011, Players' Championship in Gladbeck. Colin Osborne
64.
beat
Colin, you're recording 32.
Josh's dad in the final, James Richardson.
Games on the second leg. Colin Osborne.
He is having a great game here against Richardson Jr. Having a great time, at least, Colin Osborne. 2-0 lead, not having to get out of second
Josh
gear.
to throw first.
And edging closer to a place at finals night. Yeah, that win in Gladbach 11 years ago. Colin Osborne beat James Richardson in the final. Richardson, who had beaten our very own Paul Nicholson in the semi-finals.
121.
Poor standard in those days, wasn't it? I'm joking. Evening, Paul, if you're watching.
180.
Or the 180. An asset of the Richardson game. 10 of them last night. But Osborne hits back with his first of the match. 7th in total in the group.
60.
Josh has already hit 3 this evening.
$40. 56. Colin, you require 160.
Looking like a walk in the park, this for Colin Osborne.
54.
Richardson not at the
Josh, you require
races.
164.
Osborne averaging around 90 as he attempts the 106 again.
$24. Colin, you require 106.
60. 6. Tops.
86. Josh, you require 140.
Just underneath it. Richardson returned with a big ask and a big task. And a task that is beyond him.
60. Colin, you require 20. Game shot on the third leg.
Osborne
Colin Osborne
is easing through this tie and easing towards finals night. A 3-0 lead for the Middlesbrough man. He is all going swimmingly.
It's Colin to throw first.
Colin Osborne.
Game on.
And it might be a wave of goodbye to Josh Richardson, who would have, well, not just a mountain to climb, but a mountain on top of a mountain. If he was to somehow pull off a great escape. First of all, it would rely on Jamie Kelling winning a match, which he hasn't been able to do
45.
so far. He takes on Lee Evans next.
$140. 78. 81. 96.
Looking for a 140 to tee up tops here, Colin Osborne. That's exactly what he achieves. $
123. Colin, you require 40. Game
Colin
shot on the
Osborne
match. Colin Osborne
is playing in finals night tomorrow. A whitewash win over Josh Richardson secures his spot alongside Chris Gilliland. He can't be prevented from taking a top 3 place now. Richardson can't catch him, and he couldn't get near him in that match. A 4-0 success for the Wizard, who will play in finals night tomorrow. And Lee Evans, looking like joining him, takes on Jamie Kelling. That is coming up in a couple of minutes' time. Well, it could be all done and dusted in terms of who's qualifying for finals night at the end of the fourth match of the evening. Record time here at the Live League to settle that particular score. Lee Evans will join Colin Osborne and Chris Gilliland in qualifying if he can get the better of Jamie Kelling here. Kelling struggling with a shoulder strain and still straining for his first victory in Group B at the Live League this week. Beaten in all 5 of his matches, as you can see there. Josh Richardson with just the 1 win. That, of course, came against Kelling. Evans can join Colin Osborne on 8 points with the win in this match, and that would be enough for him to go through to finals night with Osborne and the league leader, the unbeaten Chris Gilliland.
180.
But anything is possible. If you're in it, you can win it. Kelling has fired out a warning shot to remind Lee that it won't be easy. A 180 opener.
100.
For the Andover man, who will not just Andover the win.
140.
He was actually whitewashed
35.
in his last 2 matches last night, so he's lost his last 12 legs on the spin, having been beaten 4-0 by Chris Gilliland
100.
half an hour ago. Looking like he could bring an end to that trend.
140, Lee record 136.
Unless Evans can pull out a party piece. Had 5 ton-topping checkouts yesterday. He won't be adding a 6th in Group B right now.
46.
Little laugh at Lee Evans.
Wow. 38. Lee requires 16. Game's on the first leg.
A bit of a mistake there from Jamie Kelling in a classic position, but then missed the targets he was going for with both of his first 2 darts, denying himself a shot at a double. And Lee Evans
Lee to throw
has the last laugh.
Game on.
A man who shares his name with a famous comic. Not sure if Kelling will be seeing the funny side right now.
140. 140. 134. 100. 140. 140. Lee require 87.
20 for ball. Treble for double 5.
Game show the second
lovely
leg.
stuff from Lee Evans.
Lee Evans.
And the winless run of legs continues for Kelling. He's now lost 14 on the spin.
Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Well, actually 15. He lost the last leg decider too against Josh Richardson.
45.
In the middle of yesterday's matches. And he was in a strong position in the opening leg. Left himself 46 and didn't get a dart at double.
140. 81.
And no looking back from Lee Evans.
40. 140.
Playing really well, actually, Evans here. It was a 12-dart leg
140.
to follow a 13-dart leg to start with. And he's down to 181 after 9.
54.
Much improved stuff from Kelling, but he can't live with this level of excellence from Evans.
59. 76. Ebook 122.
Everything in 5 visits or fewer so far. A treble 18 and a bullseye would carry that on, but he can't carry on.
54. Jamie requiring 100.
Well, I think everybody wants Jamie Kelling to hit this and get a leg on the board and just get the monkey off his back. But again, it's a wayward dart.
33. Lee requires 68.
Double 18.
James on the third leg. Lee Evans.
And Lee Evans racing away with this one. A 3-leg lead now for Lee Evans, who needs just one more to join Chris Gilliland and Colin Osborne at finals night tomorrow, completing the field alongside the Group A winner Matty Denon and the successful players from Group C this afternoon, Jim McEwen and the 4-time world champion Lisa Ashton.
140.
Look forward to bringing you the action tomorrow. We do still have 6 games to go this evening, and the next one could be the best one.
140.
Between the two most dominant players, the only player that has beaten Colin Osborne so far in this group is Chris Gilliland, who's beaten everybody. Well, Osborne will have the opportunity to stop him, making it a clean sweep.
60. 40. 140.
Evans still averaging in 3 figures. He hasn't missed a dart at double yet. He leaves himself on the biggest finish of them all. A checkout he completed yesterday against Jamie Kelling.
97.
Is it going to be a dose of darting deja vu? Another there. Not quite. A grin from Lee. Who beds the bullseye for good measure and to set up double top. But Kelling will get a dart at double. It's at double 16.
32.
Cannot be found. And it's going to be a third straight whitewash of the night. Josh Richardson going down 4-0 to Colin Osborne. Kelling himself beaten 4-0 by Chris Gilliland. Osborne and Gilliland through to finals night, but Lee Evans has made a mess of his finish and allowed Kelling her way back into the match. And there is the leg that ends that run of losing legs for Jamie Kelling. He will not be whitewashed for a 4th straight match here over the last couple of nights. He gets a leg on the board by pinning double 16 after Lee Evans had missed 3 match darts. And it was a break of throw as well.
140.
And Kelling had lost 16 legs on the spin before pinning that double.
82.
So he will be feeling slightly better now.
$41.
Evans will have to regather, refocus. Was
56.
40 points and then 30 points away from finals night. And found himself once again
60.
501 points away.
$140. 45. $121.
So 102 now the target to get the job
102.
done for Lee Evans. He could stay there. I think it'll be treble 14. He looked like a decent guy to stay there, but he didn't want to get into a mess on double 11 with Kelling so far back. So, well, that was aimed at treble 13.
You require 155.
Kelling won't go out. So Evans should get
84.
at least one more match start. Will earn himself
65.
2 if he can find the 25 circle here. He's found the bull, the smaller circle. So it is just one more match start in this visit.
Game
And
shot on
Lee
the
Evans
Lee Evans
completes the field for finals night. He joins Colin Osborne and Chris Gilliland in progressing from Group B with 6 games still to play in this group. We've never seen such a quick sorting out of situations in this group, but it will be Gilliland, Osborne and Evans who wins 4-1 against an injured Jamie Kelling, a 94.56 average, 87 the highest checkout, and the checking out was good. Jamie Kelling is checking out of the tournament, as is Josh Richardson, but Gilliland, Osborne and Evans are going through, and Osborne and Gilliland are going to do battle next. Stay with us. the show must go on here at the Online Darts Live League. Colin Osborne, Chris Gilliland and Lee Evans have already
6 more each.
booked their places at finals night tomorrow, but we do have fixtures to fulfill, and 2 of those players are in action now. Colin Osborne was beaten by Chris Gilliland yesterday, the only man that managed to get a win over the Wizard, but nobody has beaten Chris Gilliland, the boy from Ballyclare, yet in Group B. It's all smiles, isn't it? No pressure, no problem. Wonder if that will all make it more likely we'll get a great game of darts here. The pair can relax. Gilliland through on 10 points. Osborne has 8. Lee Evans has also managed to get himself up to 8. The top 2 go head to head.
Colin to throw first.
Will Gilliland remain unbeaten, or will Osborne exact revenge for that defeat yesterday? We say goodbye
45
to Josh Richardson and Jamie Kelling, who are going to play next, with this pair and Lee Evans joining Lisa Ashton, Jim McEwen and Matty Dennant at finals
59.
night tomorrow. Not quite the thrilling finale that we had in the afternoon session. Boy, that was some running, with Lisa Ashton defeating Rob Collins to put herself through
60.
and deny him an opportunity. Before Robert Thornton's win, after Robert Thornton's win, sorry, had eliminated Kurt Parry, but Thornton
125.
then lost out to Jim McEwen
125.
in a winner-takes-all match between the 2 Ayrshire aces. McEwen made it through, Ashton advanced, Dennant did the business in Group A. And here, this pair and Lee Evans have completed the finals night lineup.
81.
There will be little targets for the players left in the field. Of course, where you finish in the group determines the order of play in the groups that you put into at finals night tomorrow. And of course, Chris Gilliland has the motivation of trying to go 8 matches unbeaten. Won all 4 last night, looking to repeat the trick this evening, and this might be his trickiest opponent.
100. Christian Brooklyn, 86.
So a break in the first leg would be very, very welcome indeed. Treble 18. Double 16.
Game shown the first leg.
That
Chris Gilliland.
is very clinical stuff from Chris Gilliland. A perfect start, a breaker throw. The Gilliland march continues. Hasn't
Second leg
lost
is Chris to throw
a
first.
match yet. A 14 dart break to start this second showdown of the
81.
group with Colin Osborne. It's not the first time they've met.
59.
That win yesterday was off the back of 2 wins in Group A earlier this week from Gilliland, so looking for a 4th successive victory
55.
over Osborne.
$100. $47. $180.
Magic darts from the Wizard. Magic darts from his opponent. The 180 gets Gilliland down to a finish. Osborne may have to utilise the bullseye here.
60.
Decided better of it.
138.
Would have been on a 2-darter with a 25 there, but maybe Gilliland being on a A two treble
39.
combination
Colin
outshot.
Osborne, 102.
Helped make his mind up. Maybe the fact that he's already through helped make his mind up. Maybe the fact that he'll take this out anyway helped make his mind up.
62. Chris require
He
99.
hasn't taken it out. And Gilliland also on a 3-darter. 10 for double 16.
67. Colin, you require 40.
A miss for Chris. And Osborne can take advantage and break
Games
back.
on the second leg.
And take the advantage
Osborne.
back. He cancels out that early break of throw and puts the match back in his favour. He has the darts in leg 3.
Third leg, it's Colin to throw first. Game on. $95.
Still to come tonight here live on Sporty Stuff TV. Josh Richardson and Jamie Kelling. Neither man are going through, but Kelling looking for his first win
127.
of the group. Richardson looking for his first win of the evening. Then Osborne will go up against Lee Evans before Gilliland meets Richardson.
140.
And then Kelling plays Osborne before Gilliland closes the evening's action with his meeting against Evans.
59. $137. $59. Colin, you require 129.
Double 12.
105.
Excellent attempt from Osborne. A nod of appreciation you could see from Gilliland in the background, but he's intent on piling on the pressure here.
100. Colin, you require 24. Games on the third
Colin
leg.
Osborne
Colin
has
Osborne.
worked his way in front in this match. Lost the first leg, was broken, but cancelled out the break and has bounced back to put himself ahead.
It's Chris to throw first. Game on. $140.
We spoke a little bit about the career of Colin Osborne during his previous match, that win against
180.
Josh Richardson. Of course, a career that included a perfect leg here at the Live League last year. The fifth 9-darter that we've witnessed in this event. But let's have a little look at the career of Chris Gilliland now. The 38-year-old who was born in Belfast, lives in Ballyclare in Northern Ireland with his fiancée Natasha and 3 children.
83.
I've seen him at the World Masters back in 2018. 2017 and 2016, the World Championship as well. 2018. He's just started playing Challenge Tour darts, actually, Gilliland. For the first time, he pitted his wits on the Challenge Tour in the opening events of this year. And he reached the semi-final.
95. Colin, you require 36.
Hasn't been treated well by his opponent in this leg, Colin Osborne.
Colin Osborne.
Completing a 10-darter. Frustrated at the fact that I was talking about his opponent and decided to steal the limelight for himself. A 10-dart leg for Colin Osborne.
Fifth leg is
Speaking about his
Colin
9-darter at the start of the leg. And he's produced something almost as good and taken his average up to 104.
96.
Gilliland actually lost out to Lee Evans, who he will play in the last match of tonight in the semi-final of the Challenge Tour event. In his best run last week, he beat Andy Jenkins in the quarterfinals.
121.
Colin Osborne also played in that event, but he was beaten by Jason Hogg.
99. $30.
Osborne's best run of the opening Challenge Tour events of the year.
40.
Was to the last 16 of the fifth and final event of that long weekend in Milton Keynes. He was knocked out at that stage by Jim McEwen, who we saw, of course, this afternoon qualify at the expense of Robert Thornton. McEwen went on to take the title.
60. $45. $81.
Well, Gilliland on the brink of his first Group B defeat. He's won all 5 of his previous outings.
130.
In the last
Colin,
24 hours.
125.
Colin Osborne is 125 points away from ending that run. The Wizard looking to end the spell. Wrong side of the wire, allowing Gilliland an opportunity
59.
to keep the
Going
run alive.
75.
Treble 17. Double 12. Double 6.
63.
That could be that.
Colin, you require
What
66.
does Osborne do here? He might think about treble 14. Treble 10 it is. Or treble 18 it is. Bullseye it is.
35. Chris, you require 12.
It is
on the
double
5th
6 for
leg.
Gilliland. It's a
Chris
break
Gilliland.
back. And the chance of an unbeaten record at the end of Group B is still on the cards for Gilliland, who is looking to throw to force a last leg shootout.
Super League, it's Chris to throw first.
Well, now we know the field for finals night. Why not get in touch and tell us who you think will be the 3 players progressing from Osborne, Gilliland,
100.
Evans, Ashton, McEwen and Denon. Which 3 of those do you think will complete the field for Champions Week next week? At Darts Live League, let us know on social media.
180.
You can tweet me as well at Chris Murphy 180. Speaking of 180, that's the 4th of the match and the 2nd for Gilliland.
140. $81. $100. Chris, require 140.
Does he go tops from there? No, he plants one alongside it. Double 10. Oh,
James
wonderful
on the
stuff.
6th flag.
Chris Gilliland
Gilliland.
producing a picture-perfect finish. The 140 left in the bed, right in the bed, and then in double 10 to complete the combination.
7th and final leg,
and
it's Colin
force
to throw first.
a last
Game
leg decider. Osborne has the darts, but Chris Gilliland, remember, yet to be beaten in this group.
45.
Colin Osborne has only been beaten by this particular opponent.
100. $57. 92. 83.
'Well, he took out 140
99.
to stay in the match. I was just wondering there if he was about to set up 170 to win it. But he is in a good position here, Chris Gilliland. He's fought back from 3-1 behind.
60.
And you get the sense that Osborne knows this is slipping away from him.
$40.
Well, he has set up the 170 to win the match.
180. Chris require 170.
A little bit cheeky, Chris. Oh my. Well, couldn't manage it, and that 180 from Colin Osborne
Colin, you require
has
76.
given him a match-winning opportunity. Should get at least one dart at double. It will be just the one at double top.
56.
Just brushes the wire. I think he thought it was in.
Chris,
He
you
was waiting for
require
Owen Binks to
94.
call game shut, as he so brilliantly does. But he might be calling it for Colin
72.
in about 10
Colin,
seconds
you
time.
require 20.
3, 2, 1. He won't be calling it at all. What a miss that is
No score.
for Colin
Chris, you
Osborne.
require
Well,
22.
Gilliland survived match darts in 2 of his wins yesterday. He survived match darts against Colin Osborne here. Is he going to have to survive any more?
18.
He is.
Colin, you require 20.
Edging ever closer. And in.
Game shot
And
on the
Osborne
match.
wins. And
Colin
finally,
Osborne.
Chris Gilliland is beaten. The winning streak ends for the Northern Irishman at the hands of the wizard Colin Osborne. The pair of them exchanging victories against each other over the last couple of nights. And the race for the top of the table is well and truly on between the pair. Osborne eventually getting over the line. The pair of them are going through no matter what. So is Lee Evans. The two players who will not be progressing are in action next. It is Josh Richardson against Jamie Kelling in a couple of minutes' time. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us here on Sporty Stuff TV. It is the Online Darts Live League. I'm Chris Murphy talking you through the action, and we have 5 more matches to bring you this evening. Starting with a battle between 2 players who can no longer make it to finals night. The top 3 places have been sealed, and Josh Richardson and Jamie Kelling will not be amongst them. Kelling still looking for a first win in this group. Josh Richardson got his only win last night against Jamie Kelling. Lee Evans, Colin Osborne and Chris Gilliland have all made it safely through to finals night tomorrow. Osborne and Evans will be on the hockey after this.
Okay, first leg, it's Josh to throw first.
Josh Richardson double his points tally, or will we see Kelling get off the mark? Let's find out. Richardson has the darts.
100.
He produced 6 maximums in his match against Jamie Kelling yesterday. For the second successive match, Kelling has opened with a maximum, having done so in his 4-1 defeat to Evans.
43.
That was only the 4th time in Live League history, by the way, that any player has hit 6 or more 180s. The only one time it has been more
83
was Josh Payne earlier in 2022. We'll see Payne next week at Champions Week, looking
96.
to take home the £6,000 Phase 1 prize.
100. 133. Jamie Rook 138. 46. Joshua Coyle 129.
Treble 19 for starters. Not going to happen. 1, 2, 6 left. May stay there.
$25. Jamie Rook 192.
Treble 17. Choices for
36.
Richardson here.
Joshua
Some players
Coyle,
like to go the
104.
16s route these days. Gerwin Price very much a treble 16 man, but Richardson opts for the more traditional route and then gets treble 16.
Game shown the first
And
leg.
double 18
Josh
for a brilliant 104 checkout to get this game underway. Richardson off the mark with a ton-topping finish immediately.
Second leg is Jamie to
hold
throw
his
first.
throw. He leads by a leg to nil.
135. 100.
He's been involved in some real highlights during his time at the Live League. Josh Richardson.
66.
Of course, who can forget when James, his father, hit a 9-darter against him.
57.
But we have also seen Richardson produce what is still the 5th highest average
80.
in the history of this tournament. 112.2.
150.
That wasn't. It may seem like a short history, but when you consider that we've actually had more than 3,800 games in the Live League, to have the 5th highest average is a very decent display. Above him, Josh Payne, Mike Warburton, Kevin Burness, and top of the pile, Jason Askew with 118.44.
Jamie Recoil 120.
Kelling looking to level up.
40. 123. Jamie require 80.
Needs to avoid clattering into that. Has done well not to do so. Double top.
40. Joshua requires 77.
Treble 19 for double 10. Oh, he went treble 15. Not sure about that route. May have only left him the bullseye. He had to hit 2 singles. Needed the 25 for a dart at the bullseye there.
61. Jamie required 40.
So tops for Kelling. 10s for Kelling. 5s for Kelling.
35. Joshua requires 60.
Only gets 5. And that allows Richardson to take aim at double 8. Well, he's lucky he hasn't bust, but he has blocked the bed. Oh,
Aims
what a
on the
dart that
second leg.
is!
Josh
From
Richardson.
Josh Richardson, a wonder dart from such a distance. He moves so far across to the right there. Josh Richardson, he was throwing from another foot or two away.
Feel like it's Josh
And
to
he
throw
would have been in the middle of the
Game on.
hockey. But he managed to get the weight and the line right. And he's done that again with dart number 1 and dart number 2.
121.
But not dart number 3. However, already on his way to winning leg number 3.
100. 45. 180.
Brilliant stuff from Kelling to land his second 180 of this match. Still not seen one from Josh. A bit of surprise. Was a massive,
100.
massive 180 hitter last night. We're talking of classics at the Live League that Josh Richardson has been involved in. He's also
43.
involved in the match that has the second highest combined match average for the players, 110.71 against Brian Raman, who enjoyed a winning debut on the Euro Tour today. It's 111.04, the highest combined match average. That was Aaron Monk against Jason Askew in the first phase of last year's action.
44. Joshua require 170.
And of course, those 6 180s against Kelling yesterday put him joint second for the player to hit the most 180s
58.
in a match
Jamie
behind
require
Payne.
134.
As I mentioned in his match against Andy Jenkins when he hit 7.
58. Joshua require 112.
He's attempting some unorthodox routes for finishing here, Josh Richardson.
26. Jamie requires
They don't
76.
seem to be coming off for him. Kelling has a chance to get a leg on the board, but he's missed
44.
the big number.
Joshua require 86.
So treble 18. It looked like a really good guide for the treble 18, but I think something that I spotted yesterday, sometimes when he does have a really
43.
good dart, he can tend to
Jamie
rush
requires
that
32.
second dart. And what he really needs to do is just repeat the action, repeat the rhythm.
No score.
Shouldn't matter
Joshua
because
require
Kelling
43.
can't land a double in this match. 7 darts now missed for the Andover man. Double 16, the one
Game's on the third
that
leg.
he's just missed.
Josh Richardson.
And double 16, the one that his opponent has just hit to open up a 3-leg lead now. Richardson, 1 away from his second win of Group B.
Fourth leg, it's Jamie to throw first.
And the remaining matches after this, Colin Osborne against Lee Evans, Chris Gilliland against Richardson.
60.
Before Kelling closes his campaign against Osborne, and then Evans against Gilliland is the last match on air at around 20 to 1.
115.
And we are back on air tomorrow at 10 p.m. live here on Sporty Stuff TV for finals night, where you will
39.
get the chance to see the 4-time Women's World Champion Lisa Ashton. Can she seal a spot at Champions Week after a stellar showing earlier today in Group C, winning 4 of her 5 games and going through with Jim McEwen, who won all 5 and prevented Robert Thornton from booking his place at Champions Week next week.
$140. 100. Joshua Record 106. $74.
Double 16. Beyond him this time, but he'll return with 3 darts at it.
62. Joshua Record 32. Game shot on the match.
He uses the
Josh
marker
Richardson
and gets the job done. It's another whitewash defeat for Kelling. Richardson doubling his points tally in this group. He's beaten Jamie Kelling on both evenings of action. A 104. Check out the highlights for Richardson Jr., who will be back to take on Chris Gilliland in a couple of games' time. But before that, Colin Osborne meets Lee Evans. That is coming up in 3 minutes.
6 points.
Welcome back. Two players enjoying a victory parade now. Colin Osborne going up against Lee Evans, both safe in the knowledge that they will be back here on Saturday night, battling it out at finals night for the £2,000 weekly winners prize and for places at Champions Week. 3 of them available tomorrow. Osborne has just beaten Chris Gilliland, the first man to do so, and joined him on 10 points at the top of the table. He could leapfrog Gilliland with a victory over Evans here, or Evans could make it a 3-way tie. Josh Richardson has just picked up his second win of the group. He's beaten Jamie Kelling, who is struggling with a shoulder injury, and he's yet to record
Okay, first leg, it's Colin to throw
a
first.
victory over the last couple of nights.
$180.
What a start from the Wizards. Please carry on, Colin.
84.
We need a bit of magic. Yes, please. Yes, please.
125.
No, thanks. Well, 5 perfect darts from Colin Osborne, the wizard who conjured up a perfect leg at the Live League last year.
121.
9 darters. 2 from James Richardson, 1 from Richie Bennett, the other from Martin Adams.
135.
Osborne will settle for an 11 or 12 darter when he comes back.
66. Colin, your record is 61.
Go for the ball.
Yep.
I decided against it. Hops for tops.
21.
Why not? In a position like he's in, able to play with absolute freedom, I think the
140.
showboat is
Colin,
the
your
shot
record,
there.
40.
He decided to go for double top because he
Games on
loves
the
double
first
top.
leg.
And he
Colin
lands double
Osborne.
top to take the first leg against Lee Evans here. A 13 dart start for Colin Osborne, who's at it this evening and in the lead against Lee Evans.
Second leg, it's Lee to throw first. Game on.
Enjoyed a 4-0 win against Josh Richardson earlier on. Colin Osborne then defeated Chris Gilliland, although the end of that match was pretty crazy. Both players missing bucket loads of match darts
57.
before Osborne finally landed the killer blow.
$78.
Now 1 up on Evans. Osborne, who has appeared at the Live League more than
100.
200 times in terms of matches played. This is his 208th match.
60.
And he's won 121 of the 207. Good record.
42. $134.
Much better showing for Lee Evans' second time out at the Live League. He had lost 9 of his 10 previous matches before turning up yesterday.
92.
And now has 5 wins under his belt.
$140.
But Osborne is making all the running in this one.
100. Colin, you require 89.
Well, a 20 would have given him the ball. It's a drifter there.
34. You require 110.
Still on, treble 19. And the bullseye.
50 left, yeah.
Just checking with our match official Owen Binks, building up to a crescendo. Drum roll, please.
Game shown the second
And he
lap.
crashes the
Lee
cymbal
Evans.
after hitting the bull. Lee Evans rescuing that shot, bedding the bullseye to level up this match. Osborne should have had a dart at the bull himself, but missed a big number. Evans missed a big number as well, but was still able to rescue the shot. 110 finish. Treble 1, treble 19 bull. No problem for Lee Evans.
100.
When the duo met yesterday, it went in Osborne's favour. Of course, Gilliland still the only man to beat Colin in this group, but it was a tight affair. Went the distance, 4-3.
96.
Osborne at the moment playing at a slightly superior standard, but
100.
Evans has shown flashes of excellence over the last couple of evenings.
85. Colin, you require 161.
How about a flash of Osborne excellence here? Not to be, but he'll try and leave it as handy as possible.
65.
Takes off the 5, leaves a 2 darter. Sensible stuff.
$60. Colin, you require 96.
Brilliant dart. Double 8.
80. Now you require 160.
Can't recall an enormous finish this evening. Lee Evans fired in 5 ton plus checkouts last night, but he's not
60.
Going to get
Colin, you require
the
60.
160. He may have a chance at the 100, but has to rely on Colin not taking out this. Nudge the wire, double 4.
Game showed the
In
third
it goes, and
Colin
Colin Osborne
Osborne
wrestles back the lead in this match. 2-1 up against Lee Evans, one of the players that he is going to be joined by at finals night tomorrow.
Fourth leg, it's Lee to throw first.
There's 3 games left to play after this one. Gilliland will take on Josh
54.
Richardson in Richardson's final match of the week before Kelling calls it a night against Colin Osborne, and then Evans is back to take on Gilliland in the last match
60.
of today's double session of darts. It was a thrilling finale this afternoon, really exciting stuff. As Rob Collins and Kurt Parry stayed in contention for as long as they could
100.
before being eliminated, and then it was down to Lisa Ashton, Robert Thornton and Jim McEwen. Ashton, in beating Collins in the penultimate match, booked her spot at finals
90.
night, and then McEwen defeated Robert Thornton, who was top of that table overnight, but he made it 5 wins out of 5, did Chucky, to join Ashton in progressing.
87.
Quite the opposite this evening. After 4 matches,
140.
the top 3 places were sealed, with this pair and Chris Gilliland going through.
140. 85. Lee require 120. 88. Colin, you require 126.
Looking at 19s. Now can't go out, so Evans will step back to the hockey. Ready to level up this match.
42. Lee require 32. Game's on the fourth.
That's exactly what he
Lee
does.
Evans.
Lee levels. It's all square at 2 apiece. In this meeting between two advancing aces, Colin Osborne and Lee Evans.
Fifth leg, it's Colin to throw
Informing
first.
you,
Game
both
on.
know they're coming back tomorrow. Playing with some freedom, but it is important to try and finish as high as possible. Has a bearing on the group setup for tomorrow.
125.
If you are new to the live league, what happens on finals night is that the 6 players are split into 2 groups. And the winner of Group 1 plays the runner-up in Group 2 and vice versa in the semi-finals. There's then a third place playoff, or a Champions Week playoff if you like, to determine which player joins the 2 finalists at Champions Week. And then we run the whole tournament exactly as you've seen this week, with 12 players that have all qualified from the 4 weeks leading up to Champions Week in Phase 1.
95.
With the finals night winner getting £6,000 and the title of Online Darts Live League Champion.
96.
And it's a title that last year was won
100.
by Richie Burnett, who went on to regain his tour card. His fellow Welshman Jim Williams, Chaz Barstow, who we saw at the World
85.
Championship against Michael Van Gerwen, Robert Thornton, who bowed out this afternoon for this phase, but of course recently won the World Seniors
81.
Championship. The last winner of the final phase in 2021 was Matt Campbell of Canada, who we
85.
saw at the Ali Pali as well.
You require 100.
Who will take the title this time round? Perhaps it could be this man.
Game's
That
on
is
the
an
fifth
excellent
leg.
finish from Colin Osborne. Goes out on 100, treble 20, double top, and regains the lead again. Now 1 away from another win. Is he going to enjoy a clean sweep this
It's
evening?
Lee to throw first. Game on.
Both of these players have won both of their matches so far. 14 darter from Osborne has put him on the brink
140.
of carrying on that run.
$100. $43. $100. $140. $60.
Looking likely to go the distance once again. The meeting between this pair.
$96.
Interestingly, the most common scoreline in live league darts is 4-2.
45.
But we haven't had a
Lee
single
require 82.
4-2 match this evening.
$42.
42 to leave tops to try and prevent this one being 4-2.
$135.
Osborne
Lee
on his
require
shoulder.
40.
Double 10.
Game
And
shot
it
on the
won't
sixth
be
flag.
the most common score. It will be
Evans.
4-3, just like it was when this pair met yesterday. So will it be Osborne or Evans who carry on their winning run tonight?
Seventh
Neither
and final
player
against
beaten
Colin
yet this
to throw
evening.
first.
That is about to change.
Rematch.
Osborne with the advantage of throwing first in the decider.
'85. $140. $140. $180.
Evans makes his move, firing at his first maximum of the match. Osborne answers with his second. What a leg of darts this is to close out the contest.
137.
Brilliant stuff from the pair of them. Perfectly
96.
poised. Osborne on 96 and throwing. Evans on 44 and waiting. And he gets the
87.
chance. The weight on the shoulders of the
44.
wizard told as Evans produced a brilliant leg. 140, 180, 137. And now he needs double 16 to seal the match with an 11 dart leg. Lovely stuff from Lee Evans to defeat Colin Osborne, the first player to do so tonight. And Evans is on course to make it a perfect night. He's now enjoyed 3 wins from 3, defying the 97.96 average from Colin Osborne. But it was a finishing that did the job, wasn't it? 4 out of 5 on the doubles for Evans, who makes it 3 from 3. He's in the top 3. He's going through to finals night, and we'll see him in the last match against Chris Gilliland, who's going with him and Colin Osborne. But Gilliland is also up next. He's taking on Josh Richardson. Welcome back to the action here at the Live League. 3 more games to bring you, starting with Chris Gilliland, who is already through to finals night against the departing Josh Richardson, fresh from his first win of the evening. Richardson defeated Jamie Kelling in his last match, has beaten him on both nights. Kelling, struggling with a shoulder injury, has one last chance to win when he takes on Colin Osborne in the match that follows this, and then Gilliland will return to end the evening against Lee Evans, who's just beaten Colin Osborne, as that trio jostle for position in the top 3 places.
Okay, first leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
So Gilliland has the advantage of throwing first in this one. As always at the Live League, a race to 4 legs. Short and simple format.
100.
Enjoyed a 4-1 victory over Josh Richardson when the pair met last evening.
180.
Richardson showing from the off that he's up for this.
$180.
Chris replying in kind. Seen that a fair few times tonight. One player hitting a maximum, the other one hitting back. And that did bounce out of the one,
80.
but I think it was deflected from the dart in the treble 20. So encouraging signs for Richardson at the start of this one, but there have been encouraging signs for this man all week. Really good stuff. And it's back-to-back 180s for the Northern Irishman. Really is making a name for himself at the Live League. I expect him to win a challenge to a title or two this year. I expect him to get a tour card in the next couple of years. Certainly expect him to hit double top.
Game's on the first leg.
And that's exactly what he does. An 11 darter for starters for Chris Gilliland. Richardson opened that with a 180.
Second leg, it's Josh to throw first.
It was on 141 when Gilliland went out.
$57. $140.
I said it earlier in the evening, but he is just so tight around that treble 20. Always in and around Chris Gilliland. It's a pleasure to watch.
100.
Certainly a player capable of big things in this game. Even when he hits the 1, he's almost in the treble 20.
96. $85. $48. $65.
Yeah, the right thing to do there from Gilliland to ensure a finish was left.
$83. Chris should require 170.
So for the biggest finish of them all, not to beat.
60.
Look at the interest with which Josh Richardson peered over his shoulder there. A stark contrast to what we see from Robert Thornton this afternoon, not looking at a single dart of his opponent.
Game's on the second
Richardson,
leg. Josh Richardson.
looking at what he's just hit, admiring his own finish there, a 117 checkout. to level up this match.
Third leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
Good stuff from Josh. He's shown flashes, hasn't he? He hasn't been consistent enough
140.
to threaten at the top of the table. He hasn't produced some of the extraordinary high levels that he did last time, but he has shown flashes. That barrage of 180s he had against Jamie Kelling yesterday. Shots like that, the 117 finish when needed against such a dominant force, such a difficult player to beat in Chris Gilliland.
95.
I'm sure we'll see him again in the upcoming phases at the Live League. But we will see Chris Gilliland again in the last match of tonight, and then tomorrow meets Lee Evans in the curtain closer before being part of the finals night field and bidding to reach Champions Week.
$139. 96.
That's made it to Champions Week just once before Chris Gilliland. The final phase of last year. Now, to go back ahead. Bull if you fancy it.
87.
Decided against it. Opted to leave double top. A sensible play.
$93.
I suppose the only downside to that play is that it allows your opponent another throw and a chance for them to apply some pressure. Richardson has left a finish in case Gilliland can't hit. Double five.
Game show the third leg.
Last dart in hand, and it always hits harder, doesn't it, when it's like that. Double five does the job for Chris Gilliland, who moves 2-1 up.
Fourth leg, it's Josh to throw first. $81. $140. $26. $100. $58. $140.
Gilliland really launching an assault.
Christian require 121.
On Richardson's throw here. What, 2 140s with 100 sandwiched in between. Now looking at treble 20 for double 18.
103.
Would have been a delightful dozen dart leg. Best performance of the night so far, this, if Gilliland can maintain the level in closing out the match. He's averaging 106. That angle might be a little bit misleading. He may be able to use that.
Game show.
He has used it.
Chris
Gilliland leads 3-1 and is one away from the win. He has the darts in leg 5.
Fifth leg, it's Chris to throw first.
An average of 101.46 going into what he hopes will be the last leg of this match.
140.
Richardson restricted to a single dart double at the end of 117 combination, which he pinned. Do I not like that? Thinks Richardson after the low dart.
93.
Switching around the board to great effect in the end. But this man really is an effective operator. An excellent talent.
140.
And I think at the age of 38, we might be seeing the rise
40.
of a star of this sport here at the Live League. Watch out over the next couple of years for Chris Gilliland. Watch out tomorrow night. He's in again. And again.
121.
All he wanted to do was score 121 and leave a nice clean ton to finish the job. You've hit 2 treble 20s, Josh. Don't shake your head.
120.
Now shake your head.
We should require 100.
He might be shaking hands in a minute. We will return to the Yorkie, but
60.
the flame is flickering. Already eliminated from the Live League this
59.
week.
We should require
Josh
40.
Richardson stay in phase 1. Ends
Game
in
shot on the
defeat
match.
to Chris
Chris
Gilliland,
Gilliland.
who puts in a great performance, an average of 104.13 for the man from Ballyclare in Northern Ireland. 4 out of 9 on the checkouts. The only dart that Josh Richardson had at double in the entire match was the winning double top for that 117 checkout. Something to take away from him. I'm sure we'll see him again, but he bows out, leaves the action tonight, and it leaves us with just 2 games left to play. Gilliland will return to take on Lee Evans, who's going through to finals night with him, as is Colin Osborne, who's up next against Jamie Kelling, a man still without a win. Welcome back for a late night serving of darting action here on Sporty Stuff TV. Two more matches to bring you this evening. We know the identity of the three players progressing to finals night will be Lee Evans, Chris Gilliland and Colin Osborne. All of them in action over the final two games tonight. Osborne first up against Jamie Kelling, who is yet to win a match, and it's his last chance to do so here when he takes on the Wizard. Nil point for Kelling at the bottom of the table, struggling with a shoulder injury. 4 points for Josh Richardson, who's beaten Kelling twice, but nobody else. Lee Evans and Colin Osborne on 10 points. Chris Gilliland top of the table on 12, and that trio are jostling for position in the top three. So everything points towards a Colin Osborne victory. Will there be a ray of light for Jamie Kelling before departing phase one of the
first
live
it's
league?
Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Referee Owen Binks gets proceedings underway. The first of two final matches. A tasty showdown expected between Chris Gilliland and Lee Evans coming up next. But when Osborne met Kelling yesterday, it was a poor showing even from the Wizards, who averaged in the mid-70s but managed to get the job done 4-2. A scoreline that we haven't seen so far this evening. The story of the night is that Lee Evans defeated Josh Richardson 4-3 in the first match before Kelling went down 4-0 to Chris Gilliland. That was enough to secure the Northern Irishman's spot in finals night by winning his first game after winning all four yesterday. Colin Osborne's whitewash win against Josh Richardson in the third game of the evening secured his spot alongside Gilliland in tomorrow night's action. And then the same thing occurred for Lee Evans when he defeated Kelling, killing off everybody else's chances of qualifying. A 4-1 win for Evans in that one. Osborne then got the better of Chris Gilliland. The first defeat in Group B for the boy from Ballyclare. Richardson then reeled off 4 straight legs to see off Kelling. And Evans got the better of Osborne 4-3 before Gilliland's 4-1 success against Richardson that we've just witnessed. Might stay there. Well, I think that was the plan.
84.
Last time he left 66, Colin Osborne went treble 18.
66.
For double 6. Goes that way again. Double 3. That's the problem with going that way, but it's no problem for Colin Osborne, who pins the bottom double and breaks a throw in the very first leg. A 66 checkout gives Colin Osborne a 1-0 lead.
Second leg, it's Colin to throw first. Game on. $140. $17.
Well, it's difficult where the darts aren't going where you want them, but when you can't understand why, it's hard to put it right, isn't it? And Kelling looked like a man in disbelief that the second dart there had followed the first into the 5-bed, but he's put it right on his return to the hockey.
81.
Magnetic stuff, though, from Colin Osborne. You can just see there Kelling in the background, just stretching that shoulder. Spoke about the issue, promised to battle through the pain barrier, but it hasn't earned him
83.
Any points. So there's a bit of an asterisk against this bottom place. Pointless run from Kelling, if that is how it ends up. I'm sure we'll see a different Jamie Kelling if he returns in another phase later on this year.
81. Colin, you require 90.
Osborne in need of 90 and plenty of time on his side. Treble 19. Now treble 18 he opted for there. I assumed he would go for treble 10 because he's very much a double top merchant at the moment, Colin Osborne.
125. Colin, you require 52.
And he leaves double top. And he hits
on
double
the
top.
second leg. Colin Osborne.
And in doing so, he doubles his lead in this match. A nice clean kill for Colin Osborne.
So look, it's Jamie to throw first. $125. 59.
Much better stuff here from Kelling.
125.
4 of the 6 darts in the treble 20. A brace of 125 visits. In fact, his last 3 visits have been
96.
125.
$99.
Well, that run ends, but he is first to a finish. Will be determined to avoid
42. Jamie require 150.
signing off with a whitewash defeat. And it should not happen.
100.
Certainly from this position.
$92. Jamie require 52.
Doesn't matter.
28 left, yeah.
Double 14.
38.
Maybe just knocked him out of his stride. He had to check with Owen Binks what he had left. After he hit the wrong thing.
100. Jamie require
Now the
14.
right thing to hit is double 7.
No score.
Hits the wrong thing again.
Colin, you require 112.
Would hope to be back, but Colin Osborne more than capable. 12 tops.
72.
Well, it took him 2 darts to get the 12, and that means Kelling has 3 more at double. 1 goes begging. 2 go begging.
7.
3 are squandered. And Jamie Kelling has now missed 8 darts. Double in this match, and Colin capitalises. Osborne 3-0 to the good now, and 1 away from a whitewash win.
Fourth leg, it's Colin to throw first. Game on.
Remember, it's a jostle for position at the top of the table between Colin Osborne, Chris Gilliland and Lee Evans.
121.
So the margin of victory for these players. The better a chance of a
45.
more advantageous position in the groups in finals night.
93. 47.
And Osborne closing in.
83.
On inflicting what would be a third 4-0 drubbing of Kelling this evening. Just the 1 leg recorded
80.
for Jamie. That came against Lee Evans in his second match.
$180.
Perfect setup for Osborne to wrap it up. Struggled with the shoulder.
41. Colin required 24.
He's about to be brushed by Colin Osborne. Well, he hit it last time, Colin, but he's thinking about just busting his score.
140.
Right, let's play it again. Double 12. And this time he hits.
Shut down the match.
And Colin Osborne completes a whitewash win over Jamie Kelling, who struggled over the last couple of nights with a shoulder injury and couldn't produce his best stuff. Osborne averaging in the mid-80s, but it's more than enough to get a 4-0 win. He is going to be in action again at finals night tomorrow. We'll see what position he's going to finish in the league table at the end of the final match, because the two men who will be advancing with him are going head-to-head in a couple of minutes' time as Chris Gilliland takes on Lee Evans. is it then, the final match of the evening and a meeting between two men who are progressing to tomorrow night's action when we bring finals night to you live here on Sporty Stuff TV. 10 p.m. on Saturday evening. Chris Gilliland and Lee Evans will be a part of it, and they will bring an end to this evening's action now. There we see the league table. Evans can still climb with a victory over Gilliland, but a win for Chris will see him top the table with Colin Osborne in second and Evans
Okay, first look,
finishing
it's Lee to
in
throw
third.
Game on.
Where Evans would end up with victory would depend on the margin of the win. Settle in and watch
45.
a couple of men enjoy playing darts ahead of their big night tomorrow. Or today, should I say. Saturday evening. The action will
43.
feature this pair, Colin Osborne, Jim McEwen, Matty Denon, and the four-time Women's World Champion Lisa Ashton. The Lancashire Rose
100.
is in action. She has made it through to finals night and will have the opportunity. What's going on here? Couldn't get his dart out of the board, Lee Evans. Anyway, I was saying, Lisa Ashton's playing tomorrow. Do join us, 10 p.m.
180.
180 for Chris Gilliland. Has been
100.
absolutely brilliant over the last couple of nights. I think it would be fitting for him to top the table.
81.
Just to put you completely in the picture, Chris Gilliland needs just 3 legs
60.
to ensure that he tops the group. If it's a 4-2 win for Lee, then Colin Osborne would actually finish top of the table on legs 1.
97.
So any one of the 3 can still finish top. Gilliland closing in on the opening leg, and it would be a break of throw,
100.
making it
Richardson,
very,
100.
very likely that it would be him. 60. 40.
Game
nails
show
it.
the first leg. Chris Gilliland.
Breaking immediately, taking control of the tie. A 1-0 lead against Lee Evans, a man that he beat 4-3 yesterday in the very first match of this
Second leg,
group.
it's Chris to throw first.
He's looking to bookend his Group B campaign with victories over this opponent.
60. 140. 100. 97. 100. 140.
It's a good response this from Lee Evans. A couple of 140s around a score of 97 as he looks to cancel out that break from Chris.
140. Lyric 124.
Treble 18 for a dart at the ball. Can't manage it, so Gilliland will look to go one better, literally.
98.
From the checkout that he completed in leg 1. 100 then. 101 now can still be done, but that's tricky. Treble 20 would have left double 18. Yeah, it looked like the dart in the 5 was just leaning over the bed.
18.
Well, that's the problem when you leave a dodgy
56.
double, an odd double. Evans misses his chance.
36.
And there are also misses for
They
Gilliland.
require 8.
A let off for Lee Evans, who looks at double 4 and now double 2.
Game's on the second
He
leg.
gets double 2
Lee Evans.
to cancel out the advantage that Gilliland had earned for himself by breaking in leg 1. It's 1 apiece. Evans has the darts in leg 3.
So look, it's Lee to throw first. Game on.
Evans' evening began with a 4-3 victory over Josh Richardson. He then made it 2 wins out of 2 when he beat Jamie Kelling 4-1. And he's on course for a perfect night because he beat Colin Osborne 4-3 as well. Gilliland, who did have a perfect
40.
night yesterday, was beaten by Osborne in his second match of the night, having seen off Kelling 4-0. He also defeated Josh Richardson 4-1 either side of that defeat to the Wizard. We are grateful for your company this evening. We do hope you join us again for finals night on Saturday. And next week, Champions Week gets underway. All of the action beginning on Tuesday. 9:30 a.m. is tungsten time in the daytime sessions. Tuesday through to Friday. Live on the Online Darts YouTube channel. And we will be back
58.
next Thursday evening. And again on Friday and Saturday for the Champions Week conclusion. But don't forget finals night for this week tomorrow when the field for Champions Week will be completed. 10 p.m. Sporty Stuff TV with me, Chris Murphy. Get your predictions in. Tell us who you think is going to go through.
180.
At Darts Live League. The handle you need. And is Evans about to get a handle on this match? The 180, leaving 83.
121. Lee require 83.
2 darts at double 16. Only
Game's
1
on the
required
third leg.
for Lee Evans, who gets his nose in front in this match. A nice clinical check out to take the advantage.
2-1. Chris to throw first. Game on.
Did miss darts to beat Gilliland yesterday, as did Colin Osborne. Chris went on a crusade to top the table overnight. If Evans wins this match 4-1 or 4-0, he will top the table. If he wins it 4-2, Colin Osborne will top the table. And if he wins it 4-3, or indeed loses it by any score, then Chris Gilliland will top the table.
85. $140. 134.
Pair did meet in the semi-finals of the Challenge Tour just a few weeks ago. Evans winning on that occasion.
140. 56. Pressure require 81.
Double 12. Ah, brilliant stuff.
On the fourth leg.
Doesn't dart
Chris
leg for
Gilliland.
Chris Gilliland in response to going behind. He squares it up at 2 apiece. A real decent game, this one. Who will come out on top? It's a race to 2 legs. Evans has the darts.
Fifth leg, it's
in
Lee to
leg
throw
5.
first. Game on. $40. $100. $100. $100.
Hundreds all around here. That's going to change now.
96.
It is another single treble turn, if you get what I'm saying.
$41. $95.
Well, we did see, of course, Lee Evans take out the 170 yesterday. One of 3 enormous checkouts in the same match in successive legs.
85. Lee require 170.
Let's have it, Lee. He declines to treat us to a big tasty fish.
95.
Gilliland
135.
racing back
He
into
requires
contention
75.
for this leg. 75 will have to go. Great dart, double 12. Great darts
on the fifth leg.
from Lee Evans.
Lee Evans.
A cucumber cool combination finish. And Evans is ahead.
Sixth leg, it's Chris to throw first.
So a reminder that having dropped 2 legs,
100.
Lee Evans will not be finishing top of the table. If he wins this leg, Colin Osborne will top the pile. If Chris Gilliland wins this leg, then he himself will top the pile, regardless of what happens in the final leg.
$134. $123. $134. $140.
A strong visit from Gilliland. Evans will start downstairs here.
$63. Chris should require 138.
Does leave himself the big fish once again.
$58.
So to win the
You
match
require
in the most
170.
special style. 19s now maybe. Another to leave double 18.
134.
Does exactly that, but
Christian
has to
require
hope
80.
that Gilliland doesn't clean up this 80.
Game
And
shot
he does clean it up.
Chris
And he
Gilliland.
does force a deciding leg, and he does top the group. Chris Gilliland, Group B winner. That is now confirmed by virtue of getting those 3 legs.
Seventh and final leg, it's Lee to throw first. Game on.
He will top the table. And that also means that the groups for tomorrow's finals night are confirmed. So Group 1 will feature the Group A winner, Matty Denon. It will feature the Group B runner-up,
96.
Lisa Ashton and Colin Osborne from this group. And then this pair will both be in the same group tomorrow, alongside the Group
140.
B winner, Jim McEwen. 10 p.m. live here on Sporty Stuff TV. For those players in action, it's a round robin, each of the groups all playing each other once, and then the
58.
winner of Group 1, featuring Denon, Ashton and Osborne, will take on the runner-up in Group 2, featuring McEwen, Evans and Gilliland. And vice versa, in the semi-finals, there'll be a third-place
60.
playoff with the winner of that and the 2 finalists progressing to finals night, to Champions Week rather, which gets underway on Tuesday. And the winner of Saturday evening's action
58.
will trouser £2,000 for their trouble. So all that is left to settle this evening is who wins this final match.
140.
Gilliland down to a finish first, but Evans
180. Christopher Corner
piles in a pressure piling maximum. May look at the ball with dart number 3.
54.
Looked at it, couldn't get near it.
They require
So similar
109.
finishes on offer. Evans with the first go. Treble 19. Just the wrong side of the wire. It whistled past. Gilliland is going to get an opportunity
50.
to sign off
Christian require 107.
with a victory. He is averaging over 100 here. It is a very good display from Chris Gilliland. Treble 16 the target now.
83.
But the 3-figure average may
They
not be
require
enough
59.
for him to get a win against Lee Evans here. He will have won every match apart from 2, and the 2 that he's lost, he would have lost 4-3. Just shows the standard that Gilliland is playing at. But Evans has 2 darts to beat him here. Double 10.
49.
And maybe he won't lose 4-3. Maybe he'll
Pressure
win
required
4-3.
24.
Double 12 for the Northern Irishman. And finally,
Game shot on the match.
he gets the job done.
Chris
His
Gilliland.
average just dips below 100 in the end. 98 for Chris Gilliland, who wins 4-3 against Lee Evans and tops the Group B table. The 100 checkout, the highlight for him. But the story of the last couple of nights is that Gilliland, Osborne and Evans are progressing to finals night in that order in the top 3 spots in Group B. Richardson and Kelling bowing out. Kelling without a point to his name. He did have a shoulder injury that hampered him. But it is Evans, Osborne and the league winner, Gilliland, who go through to do battle with Jim McEwen, Matty Denon and the 4-time Women's World Champion Lisa Ashton. The action at finals night gets underway at 10 p.m. here on Sporty Stuff TV. Make sure you join us.